So, in this review we see Georgie's financial stress is at an all-time high now that he purchased his father's car shop in the first marriage season 1 finale. Because of this pressure, Georgie takes extreme, even criminal, action against his rivals. What's even more concerning is that he lies to Mandy about it. Georgie's involvement at the time was mostly reactive. He was persuaded to take modest chances in order to support Meemaw while simultaneously searching for ways to provide for his family. Georgie feels tremendous pressure to support his family in first marriage now that he fully owns Jim's car shop and has persuaded Ruben to invest alongside him. Georgie takes the initiative and plans an unlawful sabotage scheme out of despair. Georgie's company is the only practical choice after he and Ruben break into Fagenbaucher's property at night and throw bleach into the engines of his tow vehicles. Now that Georgie is in charge, she is dragging Ruben along in a clearly illegal and ill-considered scheme to survive. In the second season of First Marriage, Georgie's falsehoods are about to set the stage for divorce. Mandy has previously observed strange behaviors, such as Georgie taking late-night calls that she cannot hear and taking numerous showers, which are typical signs of someone concealing an affair. In actuality, Georgie does have a guilty conscience, so Mandy is partially right. The lingering smell of bleach on his hands, a psychological reminder of the sabotage he committed to safeguard his company, has him on the verge of Lady Macbeth-style hysteria. Mandy is unaware of the reality, though, which is that the charming teenager she married is now operating his tow business using mob-style methods. Even if they aren't tricking Mandy, Georgie's unexpected turn into a villain is concealed by his charisma as a salesperson and his country twang. Promos for Season 2, Episode 5 highlight Mandy's overnight work trip as a weather girl with a producer, who also happens to be her ex-boyfriend, which heightens the tension. Mary and Missy are simpler to bring back because the expanding family still resides in Medford, even if Georgie and Mandy have already relocated across town with the McAllisters. Finding the ideal balance between respecting the past and laying the groundwork for the future is the current issue in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2. A Will and a Dead Man's Wife provides an update on Mary and Missy's activities over a year after the Cooper family tragedy, even though its sophomore run has concentrated on its title characters. Surprisingly, the excursion reveals that Georgie is the only Cooper who is still struggling with George's passing. Remarkably, the spin-off sequel shows how surprisingly resilient the surviving Texas-based Cooper has been. Mary is considering dating once more, which is surprising considering that she vowed never to fall in love after George passed away. Missy, who struggled the most to deal with her father's death and had a turbulent relationship with her mother, is now encouraging Mary to pursue romance again. Georgie, meantime, finds it difficult to accept that his mother and sister have moved on from George's passing. Strange that Georgie publicly opposes his mother finding companionship, given that Mary assisted him in obtaining funding for his enterprise. The oldest Cooper has been the most practical over this time, which is why he has been so successful in ruling the family. However, the trip serves as a reminder that, despite Georgie's often upbeat attitude, his grief at his father's passing still hangs over him. However, it appears to everyone else that he is merely impeding his mother's happiness. Even if Georgie decides not to confront his mother and her new acquaintance, the story is far from finished. It's an intriguing plot that Georgie and Mandy's first marriage should actively pursue in the future. Chuck Lorre and his writers are free to design this program any way they see fit because The Big Bang Theory never actually disclosed important details about how the Coopers dealt with George's death in Texas. This storyline makes it possible for Georgie and Mandy's first marriage to naturally retain its connections to young Sheldon. According to official canon, Georgie's success as an entrepreneur is one of the very few payoffs that Georgie and Mandy's first marriage must deliver on. This has been continuously built up in the spin-off sequel, beginning with her relationship with the McAllisters, who are already involved in the tire industry. He and Ruben are already operating their own company by Season 2. Nevertheless, The Big Bang Theory made no mention of his response to George's passing. Rather, his resentment of Sheldon sprang primarily from his lack of gratitude. Thank you for watching our recap. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos.